Hello all, if you are new, my name is Marin. Welcome to another reading vlog. This one's going to be probably a quick one because my 24-hour timer challenge vlog, which went up before this one, cut into my week. So I'm really only going to be bringing you probably a weekend reading vlog, but nonetheless, I still hope you enjoy following along. I will be working on the 36th Nancy Drew book, which is The Secret of the Golden Pavilion. I will also be working on Love, Holly by Emily Stone and History of the Peloponnesian War by Thucydides. So other than that, I don't have any plans for the weekend. It's just gonna be very chill. We are in the home stretch counting down to winter break, and December is always a very crazy month. So we're 1 week down, 2 more weeks to go. So I just want to relax as much as possible this weekend and do some reading. So let's go ahead and get started. Hello all, time for a reading check-in. I am a little over halfway through Nancy Drew number 36, The Secret of the Golden Pavilion. This one is set in Hawaii. Nancy has been charged with figuring out the secret of an ancestral home there. There are a few different people that you know are like involved in like the mystery element or who are causing problems. So we have a brother and sister who are claiming that they are also related to the person who owned the home and they want like their cut of it. So we've got that going on. And then we also have a man who befriended the elderly man who owned the house and potentially stole some items from the house. Nancy's dad is handling like the legal aspects in terms of the brother and sister's claim on the estate. And then Nancy is trying to solve the mystery of a ghost that keeps appearing in this pavilion. So that's the setup. I'm actually quite enjoying this one. It feels a little bit different than some of the other Nancy Drews that I have read. And this will be the last Nancy Drew that I need to read in 2024. So once I am done with this, I can put Nancy Drew aside for a few weeks. So I'm hoping that this one continues the way it has been because I have been really enjoying it. Maybe it will even get a higher rating than I usually give them. So that's the update on that. I am also halfway through, a little over halfway through Love, Holly. I am on page 237, which is chapter 23. This is by Emily Stone. This is a Christmas book that is a little bit heavier hitting than most like fluffy Christmas stories that people read during this time of the year. So we are following Holly. Holly and her sister were in a car accident. It caused her sister to miscarry, and since then Holly has been estranged from her family. And she befriends a woman named Emma through this like Dear Stranger letter writing program. And because Holly doesn't want to face her own issues with her own family, she's set about to try to solve the issues with Emma and Emma's family. So she tracks down Emma's grandson and is basically trying to help them reconcile. So that's kind of the setup for this. Emma has cancer, so we have that aspect going on. So there's a lot of like heavier topics in this book. Right now we are at probably what I think is the climax of the story, or at least where some things are going to come to a head here, because something has happened to Emma, and Holly contacted the grandson, who of course they have like a little bit of a thing going on because it is still a romance. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm enjoying it, but as I said, definitely heavier hitting. I haven't been hit hard with like emotions at all while reading this thus far, but I have heard that the ending sometimes makes people cry, so we'll see how that goes. I would like to finish this one and The Secret of the Golden Pavilion today. I have about 140 pages left in here, and I am listening to this one on audio, but I am thinking I may physically read some of it as well. We'll just kind of see how today goes. Now it is time to open my advent calendar for today. However, because I haven't filmed the past few days, I want to go ahead and put a picture of the items that I've received since the end of my last vlog and this vlog. So here that is. And today is day 8, so we have this little envelope right here. So I'm gonna just open that up and we will see what is inside. Okay, they look like they're little like Post-it note flags. So they say, take note, and they are, you know, individually stuck on here. So those are cute. I probably wouldn't use them in a book, but I could definitely see myself using them in like a planner or something else. So again, here was day 8, very cute. And I did try to link this in my last vlog, but this is no longer available. So if you are interested in this for maybe next year, make sure you check out Uncommon Goods. I picked it up, I think in like early November, and they still had them in stock. So that's kind of, I think, the schedule that they maybe have for this. But again, that was day 8. So that's a fun little gift. And now I am going to head out, have some coffee, and settle back in with Nancy Drew and see if she can't solve, of course she does, the secret of the Golden Pavilion. Hello all, I have finished The Secret of the Golden Pavilion and I really liked this one, so I gave it 4 stars. I thought the mystery was very interesting. I liked the incorporation of Hawaiian / Polynesian mythology into some of it. And overall, it was a good time. Now, do you have to suspend your sense of disbelief? Obviously. But this one I felt was really interesting in the way that it was written. You could tell that the author had some knowledge about Hawaii and was inserted into the story in a way that would have been very interesting for younger readers to read about. And as someone that kind of was already familiar with some of what was shared, it wasn't new information for me, but I still found it interesting and liked the way that it was incorporated into the story. There's also like a scavenger hunt element to this, so overall I had a good time with this one. So this was a good way to round out my Nancy Drew reading for 2024. Some of them were definitely not my favorite, but I did have a few 4 stars this year. So very enjoyable way to end that read along, I guess, whatever we want to call it. So now I'm going to turn my attention to Love Holly. As I mentioned, I would like to get this one finished today. I am going to listen to it on audio while I do a couple of other things. So I think honestly, once I finished it, I will come back and chat with you about it, because I'm to the point now where anything I tried to say I think would be spoilery. So yeah, here's where I am. So I have less than halfway to go. And we'll see if I can get it done today. And I will come back and chat with you with an update on this one when I have it. Hello all, it is several hours later. I think it's like, let's see, 9 o'clock. But I have finished Love Holly, and it has been a hot minute since I've had a book like really affect me emotionally, and this one made me cry at the end, which I was forewarned for, so thank you to everyone out there who put in their reviews to have tissues handy for the last like chapter-ish or so, because definitely needed. I think I've talked already, this is not your typical fluffy Christmas book. There's a lot going on in here. And while I didn't always love our main character Holly or agree with the choices she was making, the fact that this book actually affected me means it's a 5-star. And I have not given a 5-star rating to a fiction book in months. I can't even think of the last one that got a 5-star for me. I'll put the picture right here because I honestly cannot remember off the top of my head the last time I gave a fiction book 5 stars. So this one was extremely good, but be forewarned going in that you're going to be dealing with some emotional and heavy topics. There are things like death, miscarriage, cancer, and then there is a lot of conversation around guilt and how that can really affect your life and the lives of those around you. So yes, would recommend this one if it sounds like something you would be interested in, knowing that it is not your typical Christmas book. So I'm very glad I gave this one a read. This was my buzzword pick for December. That was a holiday word, so I used holly. So my buzzword challenge for 2024 is now complete. I also spent a little bit more time tonight reading more of History of the Peloponnesian War by Thucydides. I mentioned in my last vlog, which I will link up in the cards for you, that I'm going to be taking this just a bit at a time. I have gone through and chunked it out and written down in my planner like where I would like to be at the end of each day. If I follow that plan, this book should be done on the 22nd of December, which will give me plenty of time to film my 24 and 2024 wrap up, which this is supposed to be a part of. So that is kind of the goal. I'm just going to be kind of plodding along on this. As I go through vlogs for the next couple weeks, you will probably see me mention this, and I will let you know where I am. If you're not familiar, the Peloponnesian War was a war between Athens and Sparta and their various allies as they fought to become like the big power in Greece at the time. So that is what this is. It is written by Thucydides, who was around and part of the war. So he's giving like firsthand accounts and then sharing like some eyewitness accounts for some of the other aspects of it. So I wouldn't say that I'm enjoying it right now, but I do find this kind of whole time period very interesting. So I'm enjoying it in that respect. But you will be seeing a lot more of this because I am only on page 136 and there are 605 pages. So that is the update. I also finished Cruel Winter with You by Ali Hazelwood, which is one of the novellas that are part of the Under the Mistletoe collections. I don't know that I will read the other three. I've seen that they are not getting the best ratings, but I did really enjoy the one by Ali Hazelwood. I gave it 4 stars and would recommend that one. Very quick read. I listened to the audio. It took me about an hour to get through the audio. So that was my first Christmas book of the season. This would be the second one. And I do have plans to read at least 2, hopefully 3 more throughout this month. And I will vlog those and bring those to you. So that is going to be it for this vlog. Pretty quick one, short and sweet. I only really filmed for 2 days just because my timer challenge vlog took so long to get through that it cut into what would have been this vlog's filming time, but that's okay. So I am going to go ahead and sign off. I think for the emoji that you can leave in the comments, we'll go with something for this book here. So you can leave me a Christmas tree emoji since this is set around Christmas time, other months too, but like it's a big focus, Christmas. So Christmas tree emoji if you made it to the end of this video. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you would like to see more from me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.